I wanted to start with Evo Pumpking Lord. There was a 1v1 tournament the other day, and the Sepia won it, but Chris Ruby Rap made it really far, and he used a lot of weird classes, but like one of the main ones was Evo Pumpkin Lord, and I figured like it's in season, so we should like do like another how does this work, because I've never seen this class. I've never seen someone use it. Even like I've never even seen the match. I haven't seen the matches of Chris, so I have no idea what it does. All the skills are short-ranged. It's like a berserker type stat distribution, and the mana regen it's again just like mage. So it should be kind of bad unless it does a ton of damage. So if it does a ton of damage, I wonder if it's got like tools, because I know that it has some sustain, but like how does it go in the tier list? So I'm gonna pop up the tier list. I'm gonna show Chrome. So this is the current tier list. So I want to see like where the hell do we put this class? Based on the results, it could be tier 1 or tier 2. So I'm surprised that more players haven't used it. I don't know if it's because it's rare. I don't know if it's like member only. I got it yesterday at like 2 a.m. And yeah, it's member only. Maybe that's one of the reasons why. Yeah, I gotta rank it up, so let's do that. Oh, hi, Brad. Okay, I think that's fine. Alright, so what the hell is Vine Whip? It's a short attack that deals damage to one target, so short range, and deals high damage, can't miss but can crit. That's kind of sick. The auto attack. So the auto attack is normal, but yeah, interesting. Vine Whip. It doesn't miss and can't crit. So this may be like a ninja counter. I know that Sephia said something about like being a bad choice to use ninja against this class. So I wonder if it's like a ninja counter. Maybe more players can use it. Although I don't know if the ninja would agree to it. One of the things that sucks about this skill is that it can't crit. So because it can't crit and you get mana regen from crits, you're not gonna have a fun time with mana. So maybe this class just has issues with mana. What is Siphon? Short range that applies. It's a buff. So it's a buff that doesn't miss. So it just applies to you immediately. You grab your opponent with vines and siphon life and energy from them. You gain a 20% haste boost and a reasonable HOT for 8 seconds. If you have Ready to Sprout, you take 20% less damage, but it consumes Ready to Sprout. So I assume this is like the next. Yeah, I don't know what applies Ready to Sprout. It's probably one of the other skills. But let's see. Let's check out the hot. How much is 600%? And so it's 224, and I'm using my weapon isn't like purely stable. So it's always 224, so it's probably an amount based on like int or strength, and it's always the same. So it's just so applying it without Ready to Sprout is just a 224 for like 4 ticks, I believe. So around like I guess it's just like a reasonable hot and the haste buff. The 20% less damage, to be honest, isn't huge. But let's read the other one. So, Seed of Despair. You sow seeds of despair and plant them on your foes. Applies Drained of Strength, which makes your opponent take 15% more damage and deal 15 less damage. Okay. And this is what applies Ready to Sprout. So if you have, okay. So Ready to Sprout. So Seeds of Despair. It's a skill. It does damage. And yeah, so you have to hit it in order to get the freaking Ready to Sprout. which doesn't do anything. It just lets you get a shield for 20%. But 20% and 15%, it's, you know, 35% isn't bad. It's kind of like, it's similar to the class we saw last week, Evo Lepi with Amharok. So we saw that the shield isn't like it's a big deal. Okay, now we got the other skill, so let's read it. You grow a specialized explosive pumpkin that detonates in a ball of glorious flames, dealing massive damage to your target at the cost of 10% of your own HP. If Ready to Sprout is applied, you also so this is like this is the nuke. So you apply this and this, and you do around. Well, the thing is, my weapons right now. But interesting that both the skills appear to consume the Ready to Sprout thing, and Ready to Sprout doesn't do anything. It's a guaranteed crit that can't miss. Okay, oh, that's really good. Okay, and you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to have Ready to Sprout to use it. All right, yeah, that's good. So you have two skills, that one that can't miss and another one that always crits, and depending on the mana here. So Explosive Pumpkins, it's got a 4-second cooldown and no mana. So this is always going to give you a bunch of mana back because of the mana regeneration. Interesting. So like, it's kind of cracked actually. Yeah, it's really good. It's a 4-second cooldown. It's kind of spammable, and you don't need to have Ready to Sprout because it applies a dot. I wonder for how much, you know, how much damage does the dot do? It's probably not gonna be much. So let's equip Unarmed and see what it does. So the auto 1725. It's kind of high. Am I using a boost or something? No, I guess that's just the damage values of this class. Let's take a look at the passives. So Thorns just gives damage boost 10%, and it's additive. And this just makes your cooldown reduction better. And Pumpkin Splat, crit chance, and look at these stats. Is this right? Yeah, the cooldown reduction is 40% at base at rank 10. That's crazy. This gives you a haste boost. Yeah, so you reach. So you capped on. Yeah, that's crazy. This is really good. Yeah, no. Like Vine Whip is good, and like it would be better if it critted. Like if this was just like a straight up damage move, I think it's better for it to be able to miss. But having 662 damage guaranteed, and you don't even need Siphon. Like again, the difference between like the 40% and 50%. Like you're still basically spamming skills. It's going to make more of a difference on the auto, but like it's not that much difference in it's like the difference in DPS. The 20, like this is really a 10% haste boost because of just like the class inherently caps it out at 50, and the class inherently has 40%. So applies Drained of Strength, which makes your opponent take more damage and deal less damage. Okay, so Seed of Despair, you basically if you want I think you always use this on a player. So it's not like Warrior where you want to on guard on the NPC. Usually, you kind of want this to target the player because Drained of Strength applies to the target. Look at that, 21, and if they're Drained of Strength, this does 2.5. So like this is almost a 3-hit. This class is crazy. Wait, like let's take a look at the tier list. So like before this match even starts, this is clearly like tier 2, tier 1. Where would you put it? Like you have a lot of Chris, you have a lot of experience with the class. Do you think it's tier 1 or tier 3? Or tier 2? It's like really, really high tier 2. Or like bottom tier 3. Or like bottom tier 1. NPCs against FPS since she was playing a Dodge class. We'll look at the match for sure.